More on these wild winds.
The wind's strong enough to cause those power shutoffs, and that's going to be the main headline this week. Winds today and again for the middle of the weekend. I want to show you some of these peak wind reports because we've had gusts over 60 miles per hour in Marshall Peak, Magic Mountain Truck Trail 59, wind gusts upwards of 50 and even 40 miles per hour, Canoga Park up to 38 miles per hour, and we're not done. We're waking up to some gusty conditions through the Inland Empire, through the I-5 corridor, and low humidity. So red flag conditions persist until 6 p.m. And we're going to have those winds gradually diminish as we head into the afternoon hours. But this morning, brace for it and careful with any debris out there on the road. This morning, on top of that extra patience because of those strong winds, we also have some chilly temperatures, numbers in the 50s and 40s, even colder in the deserts and mountains where you're waking up to numbers in the teens and near freezing. This afternoon, sunshine, seasonal temperatures in the 70s. It's feeling like fall, but by the middle of the week, we're going to have those winds return again. I'll be back to time it out for you. Right now, let's say good morning to Robin. How's traffic?
Hi, good morning, Belen. They're going to have to add a little bit of extra patience to that cup for the traffic, too, especially traveling on the 10, because we are tracking a traffic alert, an accident involving a couple of vehicles and a semi-truck that flipped over. So the traffic alert remains in place. This is the counter commute direction, but yes, the traffic is slow. So this will impact you if you're leaving the El Monte area heading east toward West Covina. This is right around the Baldwin Park Boulevard exits. We've gone from having traffic getting by in the right lane to now having all lanes closed again, and they are forcing all traffic over to the 605. So East 10 at the 605, all lanes closed. You'll be forced onto the 605, and that connector ramp has been blocked coming from the 605 as well. So please keep that in mind. We'll talk about the alternate routes. We'll talk about the drive time coming up in a little bit. Lynette, Adrian, back to you.
Robin, thank you. 4:30.
Wait to hear that. We're waking up to a red flag warning, a high wind warning, a wind advisory. And when you look at this map, you can see why it is gusty right now through the Inland Empire. The winds are not going to die down this week. They're going to be the main impact coming up. I'll time them out for you. Right now, here's traffic with Robin.
Yes, thank you, Belen. In addition to all of those advisories, we have a traffic alert. Add that to the list for the eastbound side of the 10. A crash involving several cars and a big rig. I have the details on alternate routes coming up after the break. Stay with us.
It was nice enough for Kike to go without a shirt.
I think even if it was like 20 degrees out and snowing, he'd still have his shirt.
I think so too. Wow, that happened, everyone. I still can't believe it. And here we are, all of a sudden, we're in November. And when we take a look at the conditions in November, the averages, the average highs start off in the mid 70s, and by the end of the month, the average high is around 69. The average low at the beginning of the month is 57, and then we cool off by the end of the month around 50. And the average rainfall, it goes up in the month of November. We're in our rainy season, and on average we get about 3/4 of an inch. The problem here is that October was really dry, and here we are starting off the month of November hoping that things change, but the conditions are very dry out there, and now we have Santa Ana winds. So we're starting off the work week with gusty conditions. We'll have a respite tomorrow, and then it's going to turn windy again by the middle of the week, and unfortunately this is increasing our fire danger. We have red flag warnings in effect today and more alerts that are set to go into effect for the middle of the week. And as far as those temperatures go, those are going to stay cooler than normal. So if you're loving the fall feel, I've got more of that for you in your 7-day forecast. Now, it is a cold morning up in the deserts. Check that out. You're in the 30s. We've got numbers right at that freezing mark in Big Bear, 32. 60s for the most part in the Inland Empire, but some folks are waking up to 40s. I'm looking at Hemet and Temecula, bundle up. 50s in Orange County, 50s for the most part in LA, and there you see those 60s and 50s for the San Fernando Valley and out towards the Ventura County area. Let's fast forward to the afternoon. Temperature-wise, we're looking great. We're going to have highs mostly in the 70s, 60s in the deserts and Big Bear, 48 degrees. So no huge issues when it comes to your temperatures. Again, the main problem are going to be the winds. So we'll take a look at the winds today. They're going to be the strongest this morning, and then we have high wind warnings and red flag warnings that will slowly expire as we go throughout the afternoon. Lighter winds as we head into this evening and even through Tuesday. Now, it will turn breezy tomorrow for our friends in the deserts, but I'm going to stop the clock again on Wednesday and look at how these northeasterly winds will develop once again, and we'll have some very strong winds for the middle of the week. Wednesday and Thursday right now, We have the chance of seeing some damaging wind gusts up to 60 and 80 miles per hour. And when you factor in how dry the weather is, we're going to have a red flag warning that's going to go into effect. For right now, it's a fire weather watch, but notice all of the area that it covers, even wind sheltered areas could be feeling those winds. I'm looking at the San Gabriel Valley. This is in place for Wednesday and Thursday. So again, this week, I am sure that our firefighters are really paying a close attention to what the winds are doing. Let's be safe and smart with any fire sources. We're going to have numbers in the 70s, dry conditions for the rest of the week. In fact, it gets a little cooler through the weekend. The weather for the valleys and Inland Empire, upper 70s today and tomorrow, mid 70s through the middle of the week. We're hanging on to that sunshine, and the dew points are going to be dropping significantly for the middle of the week with that strong wind playing out. So if you have allergy, maybe sinus issues, and that's going to be acting up in the coming days. The high desert will have temperatures in the 60s, sunshine, no big issues, except when it comes to the winds. You're going to feel it for the middle of the week. And finally, in the mountains, windy today, windy again on Wednesday and Thursday. Stay on top of all the changes. Download our NBCLA app. Now a check of the drive. What's going on out there, Robin?
Oh, Belen, speaking of changes, check this out. We're looking at brake lights right now. A live look from Street Vision. Our photographer, Jeff Sharping, providing this shot of the heavy traffic on East 10 rolling into Baldwin Park. I've been talking about this traffic alert that's still active. The crash happened shortly before 3 a.m. involving a couple of cars and a big rig, and your backup is growing as more folks are hitting the road. I've been giving you some alternate routes. Definitely consider it. So it's East 10 at Baldwin Park Boulevard. That's the location of the crash. We have a couple of cars and a big rig. We're still waiting for a heavy duty tow truck to upright and clear the big rig and the other vehicles involved here. It's a process. They were hoping by 5 o'clock. I don't know. At last check, they went from letting traffic through in one lane to diverting everyone over to the 605. So East 10, you'll be forced to the 605. North 605, you cannot merge onto eastbound 10. You have Valley, Ramona, the 60, the 210, several alternates. Don't be sitting in this traffic here. It's not affecting the westbound side. Westbound traffic is wide open. No delays at all. The 10 looks great. The 101 is wide open. No problems for the 110 Carson to downtown LA. Adrian, back to you.
Robin, thank you, and be sure to join us live at